everyone, it's Sam here, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little explosion pop-up box card. So when you just push the sides, it locks in and it creates this cute little scene. If you've watched the other 3 tutorials, I have already shared fun ones where I make things like this. And that is using the big arch that also comes in the set. But for this one, I wanted to not add the arch, and I've focused on the new ephemera that I've also launched. So you've got all the fun characters that you can find in the stamp sets. I've got them also as ephemera. So if you don't like to colour and you just want those quick cards, then this is a great one. So let's get started. So this is the explosion box mechanism. I've got all the dies there, which I'll talk you through in a moment, but if you've watched the 3 other tutorials, then you already know what I'm doing. I'm going to use the new ephemera with this one, which has a mix of all 3 of the new stamp and die sets that I've released. If you're just finding this video, I've got a Christmas workshop themed stamp and die set, so you can make something like this. I've got festive friends. There are lots more, but I just focused on the frog for this one. And then you've got the gnomes, the festive gnomes. So there's a variety, a mix of them in there. So I've got a couple of packs, but you can see here, like I've got the dash in there, then I've got the gnome, you've got toadstools, you've got all your different presents, you've got some of the toys, you've got Santa, you've got the elves. So there's a real mix of them. And I know quite a few of you buy multiples of these anyway, but there's a really nice amount in there. That's all like the characters. And then these are all of the sentiments. You've got the little North Pole sign and all of the fun puns that you see across the other stamp sets. I'm going to also be using the Christmas Explosion papers, and I'm using this design. So I've used in my samples this one here, this one, and this one. So I've got the pink snowflake, the blue snowflake, and the bows and the candy cane to use still. So you'll still get lots more inspiration. I'll probably be doing a lot of that over on the Muckers Assemble YouTube channel, because that's where I do all my live crafting, which is always linked below. Okay, so this is the die set. Like I said, all of these dies will go through a standard die machine, so you don't need your large die machines for this one. What you want to do first of all is cut out the long die here, and then you'll see all the mats and layers inside. You've got enough there for each one, so you just have to pass each one through once. So I've done the green mat and then the pattern paper as the layer on top. And then you want to cut each of your mechanism pieces. So you want this one here, you want to cut that one. You want to cut this die here. So you've got this one, and then you want to cut this die and this one here. And then you've got these 2, which will create your little flaps. These are optional. You want to have them so that you've got the smaller tabs facing towards each other, so like this, okay? And then you've got the mats and layers for those as well. And again, you can see how they look, but again, optional. You might decide you don't want to use them. And take this one here, pop it like this. You've got your tab at the back, and we're going to attach it like so. I'm going to take this one. I'm just going to run glue all the way down there. You want to fold it over, and you're going to butt it up so it's flat with your desk. Butt it right up into that corner and close it. Make sure it's not sticking out at the bottom, and then when you open it up, you can see how that looks there. If you want to, you can flip this over and fold it in that way, but I do find it easy that way, plus you know it's flush with the bottom of the card. Then you want to take this one, and again add your glue all the way down your tab, fold it over, and this time you want to line up the tab with the very top. See there, just slightly out of view. Just push that down a little bit and just make sure that it is straight. Just fold that around. So can you see it's slightly higher from the bottom here, because you can see you've got that little raised bit there, so we need to make sure it can slide through. So you should have something like this. You've got that little tab there. Then you want to take these 2. It's up to you whether you pop that one under there or that one over. I think I've done a bit of both, to be honest, but you want to make sure that the 2 curves here line up with the edge of this piece here. So you want to hold it like that. That's how it needs to be when you stick it in. And you want to just really focus on, like, this slot here is in line with this front fold here. So you could stick one down at a time, but I actually find it pretty easy to do it this way. So if you flip this over, fold both of these out, you've got your middle score line. I'm just going to flip this over. You want this one to be flush with the bottom, and then I'm just looking at that slot and just eyeballing that it's roughly in the middle there. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit off. it really will not make much difference in terms of how it, you know, the final look, because you're going to be decorating it. And then just stick those tabs down. And then when you bring that around, when that pushes together, you see you've got that one in the middle there. So whatever you use now that's a platform to decorate, it will be front on. You know, the Santa looks really good. Obviously, you know, stick other things. The idea is that you disguise it. So that I could put the, you know, the toadstool there, and then maybe Father Christmas. See? So, and you can trim it down. Maybe you don't want it that big, but you can also add quite a lot to it. Now you want to fold this tab down and pop it through that one there. Okay, when it slides all the way down, it will, you know, pop out, and now it's locked in. When you bring this round, you'll see you've got your box. So all you need to do now is add your glue and then just attach those. So whilst that's drying, you can then stick these on. So you just want to add some glue to the back there. And then, so this one, just always remember that the two smaller tabs both need to be at the front. So you just want to sit this over. I do think they add a cuteness to the card. And then again, and then if you just push that down, and then you can just slide that back out again. Just make sure everything's flat. Now, when you go to decorate, because all the other ones I've kind of explained it differently, but because I'm not adding the arch to this one, because all the others I've done 6 by 8. You can also do 5 by 7. Like I said, even with that a little bit over, it does still go in an envelope, because I checked. And my box envelopes, they're all like 1/4 inch, a little bit extra, just to, you know, account for any kind of bulk in your decoration. So when you're decorating it, I'm going to put mine back into that shape and just hold my ruler up when I kind of start getting tall with my decoration, because all I'm going to do now is start to, if I just kind of, you know, show you, like, just add a bit of glue to the bottom there and, you know, stick that there. Then you could add something, you know, behind him. You can see how you start to get your height. You could have little thin strips of acetate, so you've got lots of things that kind of move. There's all sorts you can do. You can still add the arch as well. You just bring it down so it's only up to 6 inches, you know, in height, and then still create, you know, similar to what I've done here. So if you don't want to have something as tall, you know, just bring that down, that arch. It's very easy, and again, I explain it in those other videos. But I'm going to keep this more within that 6 inch kind of size, and want to add a fun sentiment amongst it all as well. And yeah, then I'll show you at the end. That is the finished card. That's how it will be flat in the envelope. That will go into a 6 by 6, and then when they take it out, they'll probably just pop it in, just because of the way you pick it up. You can see that all slots back in, and I've got this cute little scene, let the foxtivities begin. And that's just using a few of the ephemera. I think it's adorable. So whether you choose to do something like that, or you add the arch and you really build it up, but you could still build that effect, you know, with this. It's just that arch does really give it some stability and allow you to really kind of, you know, build on these, especially, you know, something like this one and the lovely one there, which is like a wreath effect all around there. I just think it's gorgeous. So I hope you've enjoyed these explosion pop-up box cards from me and my newest Christmas collection. I do have another festive collection coming out in a few more months' time, because I know lots of you do like the Christmas collections when I release them. But I hope you enjoy this box one, and we're going to start using it with other things in our stash, because once I've launched Christmas, then we can go back to like spring and summer cards and have a bit of fun with it as well. And then we can get back to it again nearer to Christmas time. So as always, thank you for watching. You can find all the products that I've used linked in the description box below this video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos, and give the video a thumbs up as well. And you'll see the playlist coming up here that will have all of these tutorials in there, so you might want to watch those if you've missed a couple of them. And drop me a comment too, because I do enjoy reading them. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.